is known as one of his world's greatest heroes because of his quick thinking, super speed, and leadership skills. Over the course of several games, he has become a household name, and I expect this film counterpart will achieve the same renown in universe. As it stands, the film version of Sonic is still young and is learning how to harness his abilities. Now that he's saved the world multiple times and built a trustworthy team, it's time for the franchise to push the limits of his capabilities. Today, I want to discuss everything Sonic can become when allowed to grow. So let's discuss some of Sonic's most iconic powers and how they could be implemented in Sonic 4 and beyond. Coming through! Number 1, Supersonic. So far, the ability with the most screen time is the Supersonic transformation. Supersonic is who Sonic becomes when harnessing the powers of the Chaos Emeralds. The only catch of this transformation is that becoming supersonic takes significant energy and can only last for a short time. Aside from that, it's incredibly overpowered and makes Sonic nearly invulnerable. In this state, he has enhanced speed and strength, as well as the ability to fly. He would be completely unstoppable against a normal adversary, and no fight would be fair. Fortunately, Sonic knows this power shouldn't be left in anyone's hands and agrees to help Knuckles and Tails protect the Master Emerald from misuse. Despite his pledge to protect the Master Emerald, Sonic still needs to rely on its power to protect his home when the chips are down. In Sonic 3, for example, he breaks his pact and uses the Chaos Emeralds to enter his supersonic state, where he goes head-to-head with Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow initially overpowers Sonic throughout the film, so it makes sense that he turns to the Master Emerald in his hour of need. However, the pair are left on even ground when Shadow takes some of the Chaos Emeralds for himself, entering his own superpowered state. Shadow has a change of heart amidst their battle, and the pair end up on the same side. Together, they use the Chaos Emeralds to destroy the Eclipse Cannon and save the world from destruction. Unfortunately, Sonic can only use the Chaos Emeralds for a limited time, so he lost his supersonic state while holding back the cannon's blast. He's knocked from the sky and nearly loses his life falling to Earth. His only saving grace are the other members of Team Sonic, who risk themselves to save him. If Sonic and his friends worked together to practice harnessing the Chaos Emeralds, he could increase the time he remains in his enhanced state, ensuring that he won't lose his newfound powers at an inopportune time. Number 2, color powers. Outside of his natural abilities and using the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic has a few tricks he can depend on when in a pinch. Few of these tricks have appeared in the films, but there's no reason they couldn't debut in future installments. For example, one of Sonic's reoccurring abilities requires using Wisps to gain new power-ups and skills. In the Sonic universe, Wisps are an alien race that Robotnik once enslaved. Although they come from their own planet, Wisps can be found throughout the universe, which means they could appear in a future film while Sonic still lives on Earth. The Wisps are friendly and helpful entities that can enter another body and grant them powers. There are many types of Wisp and therefore distinct abilities that Sonic can rely on. As the Wisps appear in many games, there's potential for their appearance in Sonic 4, where Sonic could save them from a common enemy. The Wisps would always be ready to assist and repay him for his heroics. Their alliance would be beneficial in the next film, as Sonic will be up against Metal Sonic, who matches him in speed and strength. It seems like the only way Sonic will defeat Metal Sonic is by depending on entirely new abilities, which the Wisps could provide. These abilities include elemental manipulation, flight, laser control, and more. The Wisps are incredibly versatile beings and would be a considerable resource for Sonic to rely on as his enemies become stronger.
Don't worry, big bro. We can still defeat him together.
Number 3, enhanced quills. I genuinely believe that Sonic should learn to rely on more of his natural skills because they're all he has when protecting himself and those he loves. Aside from his super speed, Sonic's only natural defense against his enemies are his quills. Quills are a defense mechanism that protects a normal hedgehog from predators. Their sharp points are a natural deterrent and cause significant discomfort when pricked. Sonic's quills have an additional trait that make them extremely valuable and volatile. Most notably, they hold the charge of Sonic's power, giving them an almost electric current that can be harnessed for energy. In Sonic 3, Robotnik only agrees to help Team Sonic if they allow him to study a single quill, which he uses to enhance his machinery and give himself a boost of energy. It would be interesting if Sonic learned how to use his quills during a fight, giving him an edge against opponents they wouldn't see coming. Since his quills appear to hold residual energy from his speed, they could become a projectile for Sonic to throw at his enemies. It's uncommon for hedgehogs to lose their quills, but with the right tools from Tails, learning to use them in a fight could become second nature to Sonic. Imagine how quick he would be to detain enemies by shooting a single quill in their direction, knocking them down with a prick.
On one condition.
Dude, you have serious issues.
Ow! Baran ke